Hello fellow academics and welcome back to the next episode of Gearhaven. In the last episode we have created our first bot who is currently unemployed, so that is something we need to fix. And I think per usual, we're just gonna start out by having the bots making themselves. While it's only one bot, I think because he works, it's not quite as efficient putting him in there. But I think overall, it'll be just fine. So, there's a couple more things that we really need to do. But most importantly, I want us to be able to wrap up our power supply area back here, which is coming along actually quite nice. Pure contaminated beaver. Okay, done. So all of these, not medals, badges, they're coming in randomly. And I'm still thinking of starting one playthrough from start to finish to see kind of achieve all those Steam achievements in one playthrough, or two at least, because I think you need to have at least the actually I'm gonna send you back to be regular beavers and we're gonna replace you with the bots because then less injuries. Sorry, there are achievements, I think, very specific to the Iron Teeth and to the Folktales. So, probably worthwhile doing like a double playthrough. Right, still a bit worried about all of this, especially with the potential flood coming in. How high? 1.15. That is actually relatively low. Interesting. Yeah, still need to figure this out. Oh, look at that, actually. This seems to be a levee, and we could replace you with another dam. So let's go ahead and do that. I mean, at the moment, you can't even walk over there because I forgot to put a path on there. All right. Dam piece. Here we go. Highest priority, please. And temporarily put you on close. Also making sure that we fix the pathing. There we go. Dam piece is in. Put you back on auto. And maybe that will help with sort of the flooding going back and forth. I mean, we could also raise this to the level of the dam. I'm actually gonna do that. You are basically at the level of the dam. This dam right here. So that's not too bad. But yeah, maybe we'll replace this, make this a little bit more gentle, so to speak. Because at the moment we have 3 pockets. So that's one pocket here, that's the other one here, and the third pocket is down there. That's a lot of water pockets to kind of work with. But that one shouldn't matter that much, I want to say. Alright, let's have a look down here. Dynamite is in. Let's explode all of this out. Let's explode these out. Can you actually reach all of this? I think so. But more importantly, we can now demolish. Don't get stuck there though, please. I hope you guys can demolish that from the top and don't need to be down at the bottom. Alright. I don't think you can reach this from both sides yet. There we go. This is connected up. Now you should be able to build this from both sides. And then we're just gonna add the remaining large power wheels in here. One there, one there, one there. Again, just helping us supply our beaver colony with as much power as we could possibly need. I could actually high prioritize this one. We do have all the materials, which is pretty good. Oh, look at that. 122 treated planks. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. Detonate these. Why is nobody coming? Really? Somebody walked in there, did 85% and then left? I guess, you know, gotta give the beaver some respect. They do as much as they need to, and then they drop everything and go home. Not great, but, you know, just what it is. Alright, let's high prioritize all of you. Actually, I'm not gonna high prioritize you. I'm pausing you for now, just in case you guys get stuck there. Could I actually build a levee if a beaver is stuck there? Actually, I want to try that. Let's see how far we get. Alright, this is coming along. How's our wood supply looking? Actually, not too bad. Making a bit more space up here. Good, good, good. Food supply doing okay, not great. Water supply is definitely fine. And I think we will actually start to expand our power situation up here, which should also help us a ton moving forward. So for now, let's remove the platforms, make sure our planks are getting closer to the edge so our beavers can pick them up. And then levee system. Oh, look at that. If we place it here, though. Oh, what we can do. No, I would kind of want to place all of that on the other side. All right. All right. We can do it. We can do it. No need to sigh. It's okay. It is okay. A-okay. Yeah, sometimes positive reaffirmation. Positive self-talk, definitely worth it. Right. Make sure you guys can head up all over there. Nice priority on both of these. Beavers are still injured. We do have another bot and one is unemployed. So let's go ahead and replace our smelter bots. One here, one there. We had 2 unemployed bots. How dare we? Oh, yeah. You're not producing any power until all of this is built. Makes sense. Makes sense. All right. With that, I think we have the majority of the high injury jobs kind of taken care of. So part of me just wants to actually go ahead, remove them from here again, and put them in the bot assembler. Just so we have a faster way of making new bots. Maybe we'll remove you. We have currently 1 charging station and only 1. Also need to place a few more of that. So let's see, let's scatter some around. We do have a good spot here for a charging station, so you go in there. We do have power supply down here, which I think could be a good place for... I made you face the wrong way. Let's place 2 here. I think that'll be good. And once we have the power supply up there, we can place a couple more up here. And then I think we're again in an overall good spot. I do want to remove this block at some point. I don't quite know when yet. But you know, future worries, future worries. All right, 1 more unemployed bot. Time for the limbs. We don't have enough science yet, so we'll wait until we do. High chance of injury. That is another like point of medium chance of injury, so we definitely need to replace you guys. But yeah, we're making a good amount of science. It will still take a while longer. But you're producing power now, sweet. And that power will skyrocket pretty quickly. I wonder if we should replace some of these actually with dams. So it has a quicker way out in case of the level getting too high. That might not be the stupidest idea I've ever had. Could be close, but nah, I don't think so. I mean, considering this is now very smooth, I'm not too worried about the bad water discharge. I'm much more worried about when the regular water comes in and just floods the entire system here. I guess we could also replace both of these with more dam pieces. Let's actually do that. Because I think that'll overall be quite useful to have. Alright, put the dams in, highest priority please, and then make sure there is a path on top. I just stranded a beaver, which I guess is fine. And you are now fully integrated. Good. Also building already the next power wheel. Getting there fast. Nice. Alright. We do have the science. No, still don't have the science now. I was just going to say we do have the science, but yeah, I got too excited. We do have, though, 3 unemployed bots. So once the science is in, which will be any minute now, we'll be able to fully replace our beaver workforce in creating bots with bots. And they work basically 24/7, which, not too bad, not too shabby. Might be worthwhile also putting a couple more charging stations close to this area. Alright, 5,000 science, yes please. Here we go. Bot in here, bot in there. Pretty good. Now, these charging stations, let's have another look. Science, charging station, you need 5 planks, 15 gears, and 5 metal blocks. We have all of this. So let's go ahead and underneath there, this is 3 white on top, I think, 4 white on top. So we're going to utilize the entire space and putting down, yeah, not that. Charging station, here we go. 4 of them right next to each other because this will be quite a busy hub for charging stations. And we should have all the material to get this sorted really fast. Oh, you're still getting power. Oh, the power wheel up here. Good. Nice. 1800 required. We definitely don't have 1800, but 3500 up there. Oh, good. They've also put in another power wheel. I think this entire area will be really nice to have. Oh, I've also removed that last spot here, put in a levee there. Path system on top. And then highest priority on this one. I don't know why the path basically didn't stop after placing the first one. Yeah, doesn't really matter. Detonate. Good. With that, we are definitely a-okay here. And just to speed up our building of the next set of power wheels, I'm going to place a platform in here. Because we'll need to remove the paths over this way. Can remove this path already as well. You're kind of getting there, even though it's slow. That's okay. Alright, pathing in here. Good. Now they just need to hammer this into existence. And we have another power wheel to work with, which I think will be nice to have. Still a bit worried about this corner right here with potential flooding, but technically no beaver should be walking over this way. Well, we'll see. We'll see. All right. Power wheel is in as well. I'm going to remove the path over this way, so I don't need to worry about this. But we can already put in the next power wheel, the next 2 power wheels technically, and the middle ones can be built once these blocks are in. Making sure you're high prioritizing all of them, all of these as well. And we need to, again, make sure of more stuff, because, you know, that's just what we need to do. Level platform, that they can actually head over there and build the last area of levees. All right, things are coming along. We do have 2 more unemployed bots, so let's replace, actually, no, you are still a bot. What's your high chance of injury? Okay, not enough science. How much science do I actually need? 1,500. Okay, next one we're going to replace is... no chance of injury. Okay. But the next one we're going to replace is this guy. Which also makes me think it would probably... No, we do have 1 charging station up here. Only 1, but I guess that's all right. Kind of makes me want to move this 1 step back. And you know what? I will. Let's optimize this a little bit more. Disconnecting that and removing this part. Yeah, the only other thing that's connected up here is the explosives. So that's not too bad. And then underwater, centrifuge right here. Make sure there's a path connecting this. Pretty please, highest priority. And I think I will change all of this to 1 priority lower. So they definitely get this done. The path in. Yeah, I did place the path here. Good. Because next one, charging station here and here. Which will be, again, another good space to have. Oh, I forgot that I had extract storage down there. And I built this. And can't have enough extract. Definitely not with the iron teeth. So I'll take it. Not quite done yet. We need more planks. Overall, our plank production is pretty low. And we have been using up a ton of gears. Which means we should also resume some of the gear workshops. Now I am wondering, we've connected all of you up in here. Nah, it's fine. It's fine. But it might be worthwhile reconsidering this area. If we're gonna go ahead and place a... maybe not here. I'm wondering where we could place more lumber mills. As we're getting logs down here. Don't quite remember where we're actually storing them. I mean, we do have storage for 800 or so logs. Where is that? Oh, it's underneath here. Yep. So all of our log storage is here, which is kind of awkward. What we could do actually though, if we replace those 2 with lumber mills, we would have all of our lumber mill production here. I could remove this one from there, replace you with a gear workshop, which would mean, although we do have the good amount of gear workshops up here. It would also probably be nice to have the oil press somewhere close by there. Okay, you're basically empty. Alright, we'll need to figure something out. Absolutely. One thing that I do want to pay attention to, though, is the mine. We're getting up there almost with our treated planks, 188, so not too bad. Still like 120 missing. Obviously our gears have gone down and our logs have gone down massively. Which I think means we have 8 unemployed beavers. That is unacceptable. Let's unpause 2 of our lumberjacks up there. And why is no one cutting this one down? There we go. Alright, food is also a little bit low. Still doing okay. Not great, but okay. But we also made it all the way up here. So let me high prioritize the chopping of the trees. Because right now I think they are prioritizing building the levee system here. With the normal season coming in, as per usual, I'm a bit worried about the flooding over here. I'll add a few more water wheels in there. Wish I would have made that a little bit different. Actually, there's no way to make this different because you can't connect this in on the side. They would just have stuck out one here, and yeah, what's the point? All right. Regular water is flowing in here again. Because we've raised the level down here, I am hoping... Actually, I could just open this a little bit more. Have the water already overflow. How about that? So we're topping up all of this. Because maybe that's what we need to do. Keep a higher water level down here. Basically replacing one of these dam pieces with a sluice. Oh, it is topping over at the top. All of this is flooding. I guess that makes sense. No beavers have been contaminated yet. But we still have... You sometimes flood, but I think that's just with regular water. Alright. Meaning this down here should be back to 1.4. Because this should now be still not solved. Alright. Let's go ahead and do what I just said. We're removing one dam piece here and replacing it with a sluice. And the sluice should close below a downstream depth of 1.5, not 2.5. 1.4 to be precise, because one levee here and then the dam piece here. So that should keep it at the proper height overall. Need to make sure this is the highest priority because, well, this is the highest priority. And then also higher prioritize these. Okay. And add the path back in. Good, good, good. They have also chopped this down, which means we can now add a staircase here. That's as far as you go. Damn. All right, how about if we place you here? We're losing 2 over there. But you won't quite make all of this. But that's still okay. I'm gonna place a lumberjack on either side. I'm gonna add a double platform, triple platform, sorry, in here. Okay, this seems to be flowing smoothly. We have an injured beaver, but no contaminated beaver, so that's pretty good. And then later on we can always remove, I guess we will remove these 2 lumberjacks. Which means we should already go ahead and you actually won't be able to reach all of this. All right, I think maybe it is time that we restructure this area right here. Now, how would we do that? Okay, if we move you 1 back. I think that would be fine. If we move you 1 back, we can move you 1 up as well. And then explode that area underneath here. No, that won't do us any good. Explode this area. No, that won't do us any good either. Actually, we don't need the spiral staircase here, because that didn't help us much. All right. Stuff is kind of coming along, though. Let's make sure we're setting this up properly. Oh, you won't be able to reach this anymore. Oh, no, you never did. You are the one who planted this. Okay, okay. So, the 2 new lumberjacks are in, which means I can remove both of you. We can add more oak trees here. And another one back here. Yeah, that's good. We can now, you're doing mushrooms, so let's remove you. That is a bit of an issue because, oh, maybe, oh, that's even better. Destroy you, highest priority, please. Come on, guys, you can do it. And then we're placing you here. I'm gonna delete you as well. All right, fermenter 1 here. Oh, hold on. What we kind of need to do is just explode this away. Ooh, even better, even better. Changing my mind every other second. All right, so landscaping, dynamite, we will need 1 here, and then the ones down there. All right, here we go. Highest priority on all of these. And we definitely need, we do have a good amount of kohlrabi, so that should be fine. What are you guys prioritizing at the moment? I guess technically the ones up here. Put you on a slightly lower priority, making sure you guys can actually reach it. All right. Once this is in, though, you're ready to be exploded. All the others too. I'm gonna start over here. There we go. Because then we can just put in vertical power shafts. Technically, they don't need to be all vertical power shafts. We could have put in platforms with regular power shafts. But yeah, minor difference. So not really needed. Oh, first of all, highest priority, please. On these. And then we can put not a farmhouse, a fermenter on top of this. and a fermenter here. And then just connect this up with paths. And then everything should be back in the system. Don't need that power shaft on top. And we kind of want them to finish the fermenters as well. We are lacking gears. We are completely out of gears. Of course we are. Why wouldn't we be? Time to resume all the gear workshops. Oh boy. This is just eating up all of our planks at the moment. I guess there's no rush in getting them done. But it will be nice to just have it all sorted. And look at the power we're producing. 15,000 power. That's pretty awesome. And I did not think this one through. Wow. I would call this bad planning. Alright, time to close you up. Gonna add our... Actually, I could just connect this. Oh, even better. 2 over here. Because our bots shouldn't mind being charged in a waterfall of bad water. Okay, you have nothing to do yet. You were the soybeans and you were the mushrooms. So we're gonna keep setting all of you up already. You don't have power. We're still doing okay overall in terms of food supply. You now should be able, you can actually reach everything again. Good. And you cannot reach the 4 back here. All right. It's okay. Could be worse, right? We don't need you anymore though. You can disappear. And then we can place a few more oak trees down here. Okay, things are, I think, coming along. There we go. 2 more planks. You need gears. Not too bad, but more importantly, this is in. Oh, look at how many how many bots we have doing nothing. All right, replacing all of our smelters with bots. We will also replace our lumber mill. Both of them with bots. You should be turned into bots. And so should you. Oh, you are already a bot. Okay, we still have 3 unemployed bots. So maybe, what's your medium chance of injury? Okay, 2000 science. Yes, please. Now we still have 2 more bots that we can place somewhere. But I think those were all the high injury jobs. So let's go ahead and replace some of our gear workshops, actually all of them. Once we have an extra bot, you can just populate this one. And with that, we're kind of coming along. Now, bad tide is about to hit. Ooh, why can't you pick this up, guys? Pick this up before you finish this one. There we go. Gonna unpause this. Should give us enough planks. Oh, we do have enough planks. We need gears over here. And, well, here as well. Oh, you just need to be sorted out. Okay. I think I should be able to resume this. I'm a bit worried though, because I don't quite know if they built it from the square next to it technically, or if they're considered part of that square. But you guys really need to finish this. Pretty, please. Because once this is done, one more gear. Let's unpause all of our steam engines, which we actually don't need anymore. So we might be able to clean this up as well. I think would be quite nice to do. Come on, 8%. Here we go. That is in. Awesome. Which means I can now turn this back on. Pause our steam engines again. Yeah, I know you're out of power for a minute, but that will be sorted really soon. And now we're producing our power again back there. Plenty of power, actually. So, doing okay. Doing okay. And this is still ramping up. Awesome. All right. I think these power buildings down here, the power wheels back here, definitely worthwhile. So I'm going to call this an episode. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.